Welcome to Bat Therapy, mental health through the lens of comics and film. Be a fly on the wall or a bat in the cave, listening in on a friendship built out of a love for talking Batman, comics, and the everyday struggle to achieve mental health and happiness.
We're your hosts, clinical psychologist Dr. Amelia Brown and educator and comic aficionado Keaton Hopkins. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and social media and find our Patreon at patreon.com/battherapy.
This podcast is about providing education and understanding and is not a replacement for mental health treatment or support. If you're needing help, go to bat-therapy.com for resources.
And we're back.
We're back.
Woo!
Season
Yay.
8?
7.
7. Okay, season 7. I'm
Oh my gosh, messing it up already.
I'm locking it. No, I'm locking it in. We've already been renewed for season 8. That's our big announcement.
There you go. There you go.
Seasons 8 and 9 are confirmed.
It's so easy to be renewed when you just get to choose yourself. Oh, good times. But yes, season 7, Monsters and Magic, and I'm very excited for this one.
I think it's gonna be fun for sure. I can't even remember how we came up with the theme, but I feel like as soon as you said it, you also spit out a couple ideas, and immediately I was like, "Oh hell yeah, hell yeah!"
So it came from, I was looking at our list for season 6 because we had a list of different like people and characters and things, and there were a few on that list that we weren't doing, not because we didn't like them, but because they didn't fit the theme as well.
Yes.
And so it was like The Witcher, I think, was on there,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Agatha Harkness was on there, and I think we pulled off a Supernatural episode, but Supernatural was on. So there were like a number of different ones like that, and I was like, how can I like pull all these together? I was like, oh, they've got that like funky creature, magical, mystical, something a little different. Some of those storylines I feel like they stand out. They're different than your mainstream superhero storylines, but honestly, that makes them really fun for
definitely.
me too. So.
For some reason, every time I hear it, I want to say Monsters, Magic, and Mayhem. I keep wanting to say that, or like those cheesy commercials, and mattresses. Like, just throw that out there too. Mayhem and mattresses.
The alliteration.
Yeah. It's got a comic book feel to it. Peter Parker.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I one of the storylines that I'm super excited about was, I think you brought this one up, kids stuff.
Yes.
From Justice League or Justice League Unlimited, I forget.
It's a great Justice League episode. It's one of the few times that Green Lantern's one of the coolest on screen. I'll be honest though, that Justice League cartoon made Green Lantern cool because I never cared about Hal Jordan, but Jon Stewart, cool as hell, right?
Jon Stewart is so cool.
Yeah.
I never understood why they don't bring him around more.
Well, he's in the new show. They are doing the new Lantern show. He's
okay.
Yeah, him and Hal Jordan are both confirmed in it. I'm not sure who else has been confirmed, but both of them are in it. Yeah. And so
Okay. That's good to hear. Because Jon Stewart was like my Green Lantern that I grew up with as a kid.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I was like, who's this Hal Jordan guy?
Yeah. Whatever. Well, I think it was because I think the once they brought in the full spectrum of colors, that's when I feel like I got into Green Lantern. I'm like, okay, you know what? This is kind of cool.
Yeah, see, I don't know I know about yellow.
Yeah.
Obviously, but I don't know the other colors. Anyway, we're getting into details that we can get into later. But one of these days we'll have to do more of a Green Lantern deep dive. We almost did that last season.
Thanks for that, Jeff Johns.
So let's see. We've got kid stuff, which I also love because it's got my favorite Wonder Woman Batman combo in there, which is adorable, especially in kid form.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited for that one. We're going to have to do Constantine, obviously, in some form or fashion.
Yes. Constantine.
Maybe Keanu Reeves or
even Justice League Dark, anything with Zatanna. Like we can,
Zatanna. Oh, yeah.
DC wise, it's the limits are endless. I mean, over in the MCU, we haven't touched on Agatha Harkness at all.
Oh yeah, I loved that show.
I have not watched it yet.
Really, really enjoyed it. I feel like it's a shame because I personally think the MCU has brought out some like really great shows recently, but everyone's burned out on them. But Agatha Harkness, I really enjoyed it.
Well, that's because the MCU keeps trolling fans that they're going to do X-Men and then not doing it. And so...
You're not bitter.
Nope. Just oh yeah, here's our coolest superhero team of all time, and we're just not gonna do it. We're just gonna keep messing
And
with
now
you.
they're like, oh y'all, so we're recording this right around when we found out about Doomsday. So they're toying with us again.
Yeah, we saw the cast yesterday, and I'm still not excited. I'm like, no.
Really? Oh, you're doing the Keaton thing. I hear you. X-Men 3. I remember.
It's not the Keaton thing. It's more of the Batman thing. That being right. Like I'm not getting my hopes up. I saw the cast list. I did. Yeah, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cummings, Kelsey Grammer, James Marsden. Like I saw the names. I saw the names.
Yep.
And I also know that they could do something like, look, there they are in a diner and it just got blown up and do nothing with it. Like that's the thing. And so, but anyway, magic and mayhem. I digress.
Magic and mayhem. There's so much of it's all over the place. Yeah. I feel like if you first think about, especially magic, a lot of people might think Marvel first because of Agatha Harkness and Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange but DC I feel like has a ton of magical stuff too. And see, my thing that I really like about magic is when it comes into like a Batman Superman storyline, because like Superman doesn't do well with magic.
Nope.
And magic is a very funky world, a very something that's a little bit different for Batman as well. And actually,
favorite. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I found that storyline that I sent you. I don't know if you had read it before, but there's one about essentially why Batman doesn't use magic. And I think it's like Zatanna and her dad Zatara.
Oh, cool.
Had worked with him, so I'm excited to read that one up because I hadn't seen that one.
I always loved that episode of Smallville where, let's see, Lana, Lois, and Chloe get possessed by like witches from the 1500s or whatever.
Oh, I think I remember that.
And it's the first time that Clark is like, no, really, magic can hurt me. It's funny because he's having a house party and it gets completely out of hand. And the parents come back and he's telling them the story. And he's like, no, for real. It was magic and it can hurt me. This is not good. It was great. But yeah, and then you have like Dr. Fate and I mean, I think there's magical lore sometimes in the Hawkman and Hawkgirl stories, like depending on what the background is. And so, yeah, I think there's a lot that we can definitely explore just from DC and Marvel. But then, I mean, going beyond that, I mean, we've got Harry Potter, we've got Lord of the Rings, we've got
Supernatural again.
Why not? Right? We do what we want. That's what you get to do what you want when you have a podcast.
They jumped the shark how many times on their own show? Like, we can keep bringing them back. Why not?
15 seasons.
Ghostbusters.
Ooh.
Hit up some Ghostbusters.
I would definitely watch. Yeah.
Ooh, another one we had talked about that didn't quite fit last season. Full Metal Alchemist. Wait, why are you sighing? I thought you were excited about that.
No, I'm sighing in happiness because we have talked about doing Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for the longest time. And yeah, I would love to definitely talk about
it. Does mean that I have to. And also, because there's the two versions, and I think I watched the other one.
Yeah, so you need to watch Full Metal Brotherhood. That's the one you need to watch, and I am so excited to watch you go on that adventure. It's one of my favorite animes of all time.
I loved it when I watched. I mean, things got weird near the end, but this one it sounds like goes better.
You would love it. So you're gonna love Brotherhood so much more.
Okay, because I love the other one.
Yeah.
So wasn't it that so the one I watched was like
the manga hadn't finished yet. So basically what happened was it was so popular they did the anime, but the manga was still ongoing. So in order to end the anime, they kind of had to make up their own thing and leave a lot of stuff and change a lot of stuff, versus the Full Metal Brotherhood is adapted directly from the manga. And so,
Gotcha.
yeah, there were new
It's like if
characters
they
in
read
there.
your Game of Thrones, if R.R. Martin ever.
Yeah.
He's never going to. Look, dude.
I don't
If I
blame
were
him.
you, don't finish it.
Don't.
Don't finish it. Too much pressure now.
You're 80. Just spend the money.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're 80.
I
You've
agree.
earned it. Like, no, I don't
Yeah,
even get mad
totally
at him. I'm like, dude, no. Get
No.
Tell someone what you want them to write and then let them write
There
it.
you
Like,
go.
yeah, just
That's the way to do it. Yeah. Have some retirement. Exactly. Yeah. So, Brotherhood, that'll be good. That's a commitment though. So I'll need some time to.
It's been that one's very bingeable though.
That's true. I mean, I did binge the other version back in, I think it was college. I had a friend who had them, and then like a group of us just like watched them constantly together. So it's true. It's very bingeable.
Yeah, Monsters of
And
Mayhem.
that was like pre Netflix binging. So
we've never. Let's see. We've never talked about like. We've never talked Stranger Things, have we?
No, you've tried to get me to. Before.
I know.
Horror's not really like my jam, but I'm willing to go there for you. I did like the first season of Stranger Things, and then the second season I started it, but I didn't finish it. I don't remember.
It does progressively get darker. I will say that.
Maybe
definitely. But yeah, there's.
But I'm willing. I'm willing to bridge that.
Yeah.
I can be convinced, and like everybody's has watched it. So
you know what else has monsters in it? Technically, they're called kaiju, but Pacific Rim.
Your favorite movie,
Pacific
right?
Rim, one of my favorites.
One of your favorites.
One of my favorites for sure. But just happens to have a whole lot of giant monsters, and that's in the name of the season. So I'd be down to talk about that.
Yeah, that would be a super fun one.
Talk about that a little bit. Yeah, I think this will be
some of my good ones.
Yeah,
so
definitely a very fun season because another
one that I thought of right before we started recording that we were chatting about was Batman versus Dracula. Because why not?
Why not? Absolutely.
Why not? And then there's Deceased, which I think I read like the initial part of that series. I think that was a pretty long series though, wasn't
it? I never got into Marvel Zombies or Deceased. I never got into them. It was one of those things. I feel like for a while, like media was saturated with zombies. Like it was
people love zombies. It's not my thing.
Everywhere. It was Walking Dead, Walking Dead's 9 spinoffs, World War Z, Dawn of the Dead. Like it was it just like it's just took over. I was iZombie, I feel like was one or something. Santa Clarita Diet, like everything. It was just
that show is pretty good. I didn't finish. I didn't watch like the last 1 or 2 seasons, but I actually thought that was pretty clever.
But yeah, it just got like super saturated, and I was like, okay, I can do maybe one zombie.
The like iZombie, Santa Clara Diet, like or Santa Clarita,
I think it was maybe? Santa Clarita. Yeah.
Santa something diet. Clearly, y'all, we really researched these things before we chat about them, right? I like those premises for zombies. I don't know. There's just something about like moaning zombies of apocalypse. Fine. Well, I don't know. I like more character to the characters.
Yeah. Well, I also got like I was really into like 28 Days Later when you had those zombies that were at full sprint. Like that just terrified the hell out of me, and I thought those were always really cool.
See, you're edging toward horror. Not my thing. Yeah. I just don't like my emotions being manipulated to make me scared like that.
Oh gosh.
It makes me angry.
Everything.
So then I'm scared and angry. It's a very interesting experience to do a horror movie.
It's a different kind of emotional manipulation. I give you that.
Yeah, I don't dig it.
Yeah.
I love psychological thrillers though.
Ooh.
Give me something that could actually happen to me where I have to leave all my lights on and sing to myself as I like move around my house so I feel safe. Like for some reason that's fine.
It's fine. That's fine.
But jump scare things. No, thank you.
That's because you could self-diagnose that, right? Like you can kind of break that down.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah,
I
I
don't know.
think
It doesn't make
one of the
sense.
things I do think is interesting about exploring this is I feel like we spend a lot of time on this podcast getting into like talking about the human mind,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
And how we normally think about things, but when you add magic to it, and
Mm,
magic and like the concept of monsters, I think it adds this extra level, especially when it comes to things like self-control that might
mm,
not be as much of a factor because of
mm. Yeah.
whatever we're talking about. Like the idea of like a werewolf, even like, oh, like they change into
Yeah.
this other person, they change into this monster, this creature, and like depending on what direction they're pointed into, they could be a good guy, they could be a bad guy, like Dr. Jekyll,
Uh,
Mr. Hyde kind of thing.
yeah. Oh, we could do Twilight.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I don't know. I think you would find it pretty hilarious hearing me
I have
critique.
never watched it. I have never read it. In
You've
my
never?
mind,
Oh, I
why
love
would in a world
because
with
it's so trash.
Castlevania, Blade, Van Helsing, in a world with literally any other vampire lore, why would I do that? Especially when Robert Pattinson, when the main guy in the series is like, this is horrible, stay away.
Right. It's horrible.
No.
Did you know there's a riff tracks to Twilight through Mystery Science Theater?
I thought you were going to tell me you did it, and I was like, okay, I'll listen to that. I thought, like, yeah.
I mean, the characters are hilarious. And honestly, Bella's terrible.
Okay, maybe we'll do a back
Anyway.
screening of the first
Yeah,
Twilight movie.
just so you and I can experience it together. But yeah, but going back to what you were talking about, I agree with you that bringing magic and monsters and things brings another layer in. We place a lot of assumptions on consciousness, how ourselves and other people think and communicate and react and respond, and what's normal and what's abnormal. And I think this will get really interestingly into some nuances of like, what can you make assumptions about, what can't you make assumptions about.
Yeah.
And I think that could get really interesting, especially when you start verging into more of the like monster, meaning like a creature that is less human,
Yes.
and yet is still in the human world in some way.
Yes.
I think that'll get really interesting.
No, absolutely. Because I mean, I was thinking about Monster Girl from Invincible. I was thinking about Waylon, Killer Croc,
Yes.
thinking about those characters, Clayface, all of these characters that, like, from someone else's perspective, very much a monster. However, you take a look at it from their perspective, it's like, no, they haven't always been like that, or something changed them, or there's extenuating circumstances, right? And so it's very interesting.
Arguably, I mean, like, we're going for the alliteration, right, people? So like monsters and magic. But I guess creatures would maybe be a less stigmatizing term that we could be using for the characters that we're going to bring in.
Nope, we got to keep it to monsters, because if you say creatures, I'm going to want to do Chippendale Rescue Rangers. I'm going to want to hit Jungle Book.
Yeah, that's true. Monsters does hit on like a different tone, but it also has like this negativity to it. You know what? This actually might a more like general psychology spotlight that might be interesting for this season is just talking about like, how do you categorize these creatures, and what are the like subtle statements you're making about them by calling someone, say, a monster.
It's the square rectangle thing, right? Like, for example, like, all politicians are monsters, but not all monsters are politicians. Like, like something like that.
There you go. But yeah, but the thing is that like with a square and a rectangle, unless unless you've got like some weird history with a square that's happened to you at some point, like
Like a
probably
bad
you,
math class, or
yeah, maybe
okay.
geometry wasn't, it was particularly stressful for you, but like you probably feel pretty neutral about both those terms. But like creature versus monster, like the way we term and use monster has more of a negative connotation, and it suggests more that you're more likely to think a monster is the antagonist and the villain in the story versus a creature, like is a little bit more neutral depending on the context. Like you were
Yeah,
saying, you were
because
including, Jungle Book.
well, I think it's because when I think of the word monster, I feel like monster implies more motive versus
Mm.
creature is just something that's
Mm.
just acting almost like on instinct. Like if someone said the creature is outside, I'm like, okay, it's not necessarily waiting for me to come outside and attack me, but a leopard is going to do what a leopard is going to do versus
Yeah,
if
that's an
there's a,
interesting point.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally hear what you're saying. Creature does give more of that connotation of like an
yeah,
animal
like Jurassic Park
or
is full of creatures.
yeah. Versus like monsters, there is more of this sense of like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
consciousness or a consciousness that's more human. Maybe like maybe a monster is like the hybrid between a creature and a person.
maybe. Well, it's like honestly, it's so. Do you remember that thing, the internet argument people were having like a couple months back about the if a woman was in the woods, if she would rather be there with a
Bear
man
versus
or a
man.
bear versus man. The bear
Yep.
is a creature. The man
Yeah.
could easily be a monster.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have to like whip out the dictionary here
Well,
and
fun.
yeah,
That'd
I
be
think
great.
this is gonna be interesting. I mean, this is already a fun conversation. So yeah, hopefully our listeners will be just as interested. I, I mean, obviously we're still gonna have plenty of Batman and our superheroes and everything, but
Yes.
hopefully hit on some storylines that are less familiar or
Oh,
ones that we don't necessarily go to as often or
definitely.
just fun, interesting, off the beaten path a little bit.
I'm
I
gonna
mean, kid
ask
stuff, like I hope everyone listening has watched it.
I'm
If you
gonna
haven't, you should.
ask the fans. I'm gonna ask
Mm,
listeners of the show to give us some feedback and some stuff they would
mm.
like to hear. Normally, I don't listen when I ask you to do it, but I'm going to keep trying anyway. To our listen, someone's listening to us. I see our numbers. Someone's listening to us. I'm going to ask again, very nicely. If you can think of
Moderately
something,
nicely.
no, forget it. How about if you enjoy listening to us so much, tell us something that we should talk about? How about that? Let's make it imperative.
There you go. There you go. We'll just be mute. We won't say it. No, we're gonna do stuff anyway. We'll just do what we want, and if you like it or not, oh well. Yeah, but we would definitely love to hear from you all. Any of our social media pages. If you're not following us on YouTube, recommend following us on YouTube, especially because
Yes.
then if you like watching us by video, you can do that there. But yeah, you can comment any of those places. And also a friendly reminder, follow, subscribe, like, rate, review. Please do all of
Share.
the things. Share. Those are all
Share.
really, really helpful free ways that you can make sure to get the word out about the podcast. If I know most of us aren't in this position, but if you'd like to help financially support us in what we're doing and spreading the mental health word through fun, nerdy things, then friendly reminder, we also have a Patreon for Bat Therapy. So that's something you
Yes.
can do as well.
And I have business cards for this podcast. And if you promise to actually
There
give
you
them
go.
out, I will send you business cards. You can,
There you go.
I will send them to you to pass out to your friends and family that
Your
either know
comic
how
book
to use,
store.
and they should know how to possibly use QR codes or at least know how to read. But if they can, I can send you those and
There you go.
we can get this popping. We can.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. We do have we try and throw around business cards wherever we go, our local comic book stores and other places. But yeah, I think that's there you go. You can help us spread the word.
Yeah,
We'll,
just get the
we'll
name
send
out
you a
there.
bunch.
Exactly.
Well, as always, we appreciate all of you that listen. Even with Keaton's very assertive request for you to talk to us.
I'm like, look at her trying to think of something mean to say.
No, I was trying to think of a way to make it sound nicer.
Okay, yeah, assertive. That's
but
good.
We appreciate you all very much. We appreciate all of the listeners out there, and we love doing this. We're happy to be doing season 7 and looking forward to those monsters and magic.
Thanks for nerding out with us. I'm clinical psychologist Dr. Amelia Brown.
And I'm educator and comic aficionado Keaton Hopkins. Check out my TV and movie reviews on YouTube at Team JVS. Check out our website at bat-therapy.com, our Bat Therapy YouTube channel, and follow us on social media. And don't forget our Patreon page at patreon.com/battherapy. See you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.